Hi, I'm Mike Massimino. For the past few shuttle flights, we've taken you behind the scenes to meet the crews as they train for their flights and the people around the country who make those missions fly. But there's a lot of footage that we haven't shown you yet, so we'd like to take you back to some of our recent flights and introduce you to more of the people who do everything at NASA. We hope you enjoy this episode of NASA Behind the Scenes. The flight director job is a pretty cool job. I mean, a lot of people would love to grow up to be a flight director, right? So, how did this happen for you, Brian? Did you want to do this when you were a little kid, or what happened?
I did not.
Yeah.
So many times you hear the story of people saying, "Hey, I've known I wanted to work for NASA ever since I could look up and see the stars."
Yeah.
When I was growing up, I looked up and I just saw the lights on the basketball court I was on, and that's as far as I saw. The lights are still on, we're still playing.
Yeah.
That's what my childhood consisted of, was baseball and basketball.
This was in Philadelphia?
Yeah, I grew up in Philly.
All right.
And I never thought about coming to NASA.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I finished my undergraduate degree at Villanova and I went into work. I worked for a defense contractor in Camden, New Jersey. And the first couple of years I worked on naval projects, the Aegis-class destroyers and some systems with that ship. And then they reassigned me to something called the Space Station program. And I said, oh, okay. Yeah. I love to take that design job. What are we doing? And we had to redesign some comm equipment for the space station. This is when it went from Freedom to International Space Station. And the inclination of the orbit changed to accommodate the Russians. Yeah. And that inclination had a higher radiation field, and so some boxes need to be redesigned. That's how I got into ISS, working at the very design level, the chip level, for some of the equipment that's on there right now. So I did that for a couple of years, and then I started thinking, wouldn't it be pretty cool to work for NASA and operate? So I thought being an operator would be really cool too. So I blindly turned my resume into the United Space Alliance. Got married, went on my honeymoon, got back from a 2-week trip, and a phone call from the USA. Hey, we got your application, we'd like to talk to you. Of course, the message is about 2 weeks old now. Oh, geez, I lost
That's
my
all right. You don't want to seem too eager. Yeah, that's good.
So anyway, that led to the job as a flight controller. And I worked that, I came down here in 1998, and I worked as a flight controller for a few years, and then started thinking, that was the first time I started thinking about flight directors, a couple of years into my flight controller career.
What position did you have as a flight controller?
Communications and tracking officer. On the space station side.
So you worked there. You were one of these folks sitting behind a console, worked your way up through there.
Right.
First the back room, I guess, right? And then into the front room. And
I got reunited with that hardware that I had worked on as an engineer, which was pretty cool. I got to build it and fly it. Yeah. And then applied to be a flight director and got selected in the class of 2005. Okay. Same as Mike Massimino.
All right, the guy you'll be working with. That's pretty cool.
Right. Yeah. And so the path it wasn't something I had set my sights on as a kid. It was something that I methodically ended up going towards, just at key decision points along my path, making interesting. Going after interesting jobs and just making the right decisions and having some luck. You know, a lot of it too is you have a lot to offer, but is it matching what the company needs at the time? Right. And that worked out for me. Yeah.
So that's cool, because it wasn't exactly like the goal you had when you first got to college. You didn't have this as a goal, but you had goals to get a job, work as an engineer, and so on, and it led you to this really cool career because you kept taking the opportunities that were in front of you.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Exactly how it happened.
All right. Well, we got some of your friends here waiting to sit down at the desk here and probably go to work. Is that right?
That's right.
Ginger and Quatsi. Really? You all guys all together?
2005.
All right. Well, thanks very much. We'll get out of your way so you guys can go to work. Thanks very much, Brian, and we look forward to watching STS-129.
This is a crew transport vehicle. Pretty much it supports the shuttle when it lands, and we just go out and pick up the crew. It's actually like a medical on wheels.
It's a medical on wheels for the crew when they come back.
Exactly.
It's only used for landing, right?
Exactly.
All right, so you drive it from up here.
Yeah, to the front.
And here we've got everyone's sitting in these chairs, but that's where the crew is going to go.
That's where
so what docks with the orbiters? At this end?
The platform.
The platform. That platform
Yeah.
So the space shuttle is going to land, right? Hey, hi, you're going to drive Hiawatha. What's your last name?
Brown.
Hiawatha. Well, and we had you earlier. We filmed you driving the 131
Astro
crew out there, the Astro.
Yeah.
Okay, so you drive all these things.
Yes.
Gary, he drives everything for you. You have a special chauffeur's license for this thing? What do you got?
Pretty much, yeah.
Really? What kind of license do you have?
007.
007?
Yeah.
You're making that up. James Bond? You have a license to kill?
Yeah.
Is he serious with that? He's got a double. Come on, what kind of license do you got?
Yes.
It's called a 007?
We call it 007.
You're making that up.
No, that's what we use for
All right.
the crew.
Okay.
Everybody that drives the astronaut crew
Yeah.
has 007.
007.
Yes.
There's nothing to do with a license to kill, though.
No.
It's just a
no.
license to drive
Just let us
astronaut
drive.
vehicles.
Pretty much.
Okay, now you're over there. How'd you get on the other side of this thing? Okay, so you drive this here. This thing is going to dock the little platform.
Yeah, they're gonna dock with the chaff.
All right.
Which is already
With the what did you say?
The chaff.
What's the chaff?
That's the truck that docks with the orbiter.
Okay, so another truck is going to dock.
Goes up to the orbiter.
Where is that truck? Can we see that later?
Yeah, we'll see that later.
All right, we're going to see that later.
inside.
You drive that one too?
No, we don't drive that.
You don't drive that one?
No, we don't drive
Who
that.
drives that one?
The
guy with the 008?
Yeah, the move crew guy.
The move crew?
Yeah.
Okay, so someone else, and then this thing docks with that vehicle.
Yeah, this docks with that vehicle.
Okay.
Why it docks with the orbiter, and we dock with that vehicle.
All right.
And everybody loads off and go on to the orbiter and get the crew out. And
Okay.
then they'll come back on this vehicle and they get medical treatment if they need it. If
Right.
they do fine, they just change into their jumpsuits and
Right.
do a walk around and that's it.
Now this is you got all kinds of controls on it. What do you got all these fancy controls for?
But this, you got your in and out for your platform,
Yeah,
which goes out.
right. Oh, look at that, it's going out.
And then you got your left and right.
Right.
It'll turn right if you have to dock to
Oh.
the right,
Okay,
or dock to the left.
all right.
Yeah. And then you got your platform that jacks your pod up and down.
Okay.
And that's
Drugs, what goes up and down?
the pod,
What pod?
this pod that you in.
This whole thing?
Yes, the whole thing.
The whole thing goes up? Can you do that or you gonna scare people?
No.
So it's like one of them lowrider things that they have in California?
Yeah,
You ever
so
see that? I'm from New York. We didn't
yeah,
have those
hydraulics,
things.
yeah.
We took the subway. But
Yeah.
in California, they've got these things that go up and down.
Yeah, that's what this does. This goes
That's
up
what
and
goes
down.
on?
Yeah.
All right.
But a lot of these buttons are just for lights and light switches.
Okay. You got a radio on this?
Yeah, you got radio.
You do really?
Yeah, I got a
Play tunes?
Yeah,
Really? Can you?
over there on that side over there. There's
All right.
radio.
Okay.
You got your command center over here with your radios for your security and
Oh, I see.
All of
No,
it.
I meant like a radio for music and stuff, so
Oh,
you can
yeah.
jam to the tunes. While
Yeah,
you
they got one over
You got
there.
one. Okay, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right. You got windshield wipers? You got windshield
Yeah,
wipers.
we got windshield wipers for the doors
Right.
and for the side
How about a
windows.
cigarette lighter?
No cigarette
No
lighter.
cigarette. So you can't.
smoking.
No smoking in here?
No smoking.
Okay.
No smoking.
All right.
This is a non-smoker ride.
All right. This is so you drive all these. You drive the Astro van with the crew in it
Yes.
to bring them out to the launch pad. You drive this thing,
To pick 'em up.
and you have a family, Hiawatha. You
Yes,
have
I do.
how many kids you got?
I got 4 kids.
You got 4 kids.
Yeah.
You go on family vacations with them?
Sometimes.
You drive them around?
Yeah.
They give you trouble?
No.
You should no. Come on.
My kids
When
are
you're driving,
grown. All my
what?
kids are grown except for one.
Okay, when they were little, you used to go like on these
Yeah.
family vacations,
Yeah, just go on vacation.
drive them around in a van or something,
Yeah,
a
in the
station
car.
wagon. What'd you
Yeah,
have?
We had a car.
You had a car. You jump.
Yeah.
Did they give you trouble and like, hey, come on, I've been driving
No,
fancy vehicles
no.
with astronauts in them. Don't give me any trouble.
They don't get dad no trouble.
All
Yeah.
right.
'Cause I would leave on the side of the road.
You would?
No.
You ever let an astronaut on the side of the road?
No.
Let me tell you something. A couple of these guys that are coming off the space shuttle, you may want to leave them in there.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be careful. You know, I think you need to
You
get
got
them
to
right.
have a ticket to get on here, though.
Do they?
They don't have a pass to get on. They can't get on.
And they have to be dressed appropriately.
Exactly.
Spacesuits only.
Exactly. This here is where we
Hello.
for all our missions that we support.
Oh,
All the
okay.
missions that we support, we put a
Right.
patch on the wall. The captain comes off the ship, and the commander officer he
Right.
comes off, and he put his patch on the wall.
Did you? Well, you didn't come get my last flight here. What happened? We missed you. What did we do? We had to walk? I don't even remember. You didn't pick us up? We're
No,
right.
we
We should be
missed-
right in here. We missed
probably
it.
landed in
Where? We
California.
landed in California.
See, we don't do California.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is my first flight though.
You
You
leave
never got me
California,
there.
don't count.
Right.
You don't drive this out to California?
No,
I guess we should say we're in
got their
Florida.
own. Yeah, California got their
So
own.
our patch is out in California?
I guess if they do it like we do it, I don't know. So this is this.
All right. Okay, so these are all the patch. So the commander comes off and he puts a patch up
Yeah,
there.
put the patch on
All right.
and for landing after lands.
Okay.
You know, that's the first thing you do.
All right.
And then the crew come off and they'll get over here and
Right.
to the chairs.
All right, but the seats are being worn by Shane and Randy.
See, they come in and get comfortable and get medical treatment if they need it, and change into their flight suits or whatever you
Right,
want to
because
call
they're going to come off in the big orange space suits, and they're going to get them changed over
got
here.
Your techs, got your techs.
Suit techs that are going to.
Yeah, that'll support.
Hello,
them guys.
boys. Everything all right?
Yes, sir.
You weren't sleeping, were you just now?
No.
All right, okay. Because it's kind of early in the morning.
Yeah.
Almost the middle of the night. All right.
And we got.
We got a cooling unit here for them. Huh, boys? What we got? Those are the cooling units right there. Hook them up. Get them a little.
System.
What?
Get a little flow of air going.
Little flow over in case they're a little hot.
Yeah.
All right.
Some cooling units in there too.
All right. Keep them all comfy.
Yeah.
What else we got, Highwell?
We got stretchers out here in case they need a
All
medical
right.
treatment.
Because sometimes they come back and they may not feel so well.
Yeah.
Coming back from space.
So you got
These guys will probably, I'm sure
you
these
got
guys
your
will all be
doctors
fine.
on board, you got
But
your doctors
doctors are on board just in case.
Just in case, and the nurses and stuff like that, so
Right.
in case they need some medical
Right.
treatment. So we got them back here too. So
Right, because this gets an adjustment coming back.
yeah,
You know.
it's sort of like a hospital on wheels.
Right, just in case.
That's what this is.
All right. What else we got? We got a restroom here too, right?
Yeah,
We don't have to go inside,
No,
but
we
they
don't have to
have.
go back there. That's right.